Hey everyone, I just wanted to take a few minutes to go over all the things you're going to want to have with you when you're out doing a Kaydrone. Some of these are pretty obvious, of course. Some of the others, maybe not so much. Clearly, you're going to need your drone, whether it's the DJI Neo 2 like this one, or a DJI Mini 4, or 5, or 3. You're also going to want your controller. This is the DJI Mini 2, the DJI, the RC2, the one that we recommend the most because it has the screen built in. You're also going to want your extra battery pack, so we've got 1, 2, 3 ready to go. Make sure these are all charged before you head out, as well as your controller. Make sure you plug the USB port in and charge that up before heading out. Hopefully you've got a car charger in your vehicle as well, so in between jobs you can recharge as needed, but you should be able to get, with 3 batteries, in this case, 3 Kaydrones done in one go. A very important factor, a thing that you're going to need, is a 25-foot steel tape measure. We like the Stanley Fat Max because it's so wide. All right, this is the one that you can pull out 14 feet before it actually flips down on you. The reason we like the width on this one is that when we're flying over with the drone and it's we're getting the scan of the tape measure for scale, which is very important. It's like if we didn't have the tape measure, it'd be like doing an A-B with 100 points, but then not measuring from A to B. Our scale would be completely off. You're not actually measuring anything with the tape measure, you're just filming it for scale. You don't even need to know how to read this tape measure. It doesn't matter. This could be in smoots for all we care. As long as we have a scale we can work with. But when you're flying the drone over, you're gonna be flying at about eye level and the camera angle at about 70 degrees instead of 90 degrees, because 90 degrees means you're flying straight over it and you're gonna make it, the propeller wash is gonna make this wiggle about. At 70 degrees, this typically stays still. If it is a windy day and this is flipping about, even without the drone nearby, this is why we have some duct tape. It could be 1 inch, could be 2 inch, doesn't matter. Just something that you can secure the tape measure with, and momentarily I'll do a demonstration of how to properly tape the tape measure down on the deck. Typically you're going to want all 25 feet of the tape measure out, but if the pool is considerably small, you might not need 25 feet. It doesn't need to be longer than the pool. We just want to make sure we've got plenty of tape measure to work with for scale. Blue painter's tape. If you are working with any kind of new steel, whether it's new steel steps you just installed, a Cadence Zip step, or a brand new pool and everything, all the steel is shiny and new, all those surfaces are reflective. And if you can see your own reflection of sorts in the steel, then you're going to want to differentiate, designate where the planes actually are. So you can take a strip of this tape, run it diagonally across each of the shiny surfaces. When it comes to steps, make sure you've got a strip of tape kind of folded over where the tread and the riser meet on each step. Put it in the corners where the steps intersect with the wall. Break up those shiny surfaces that are going to throw off the rendering of the 3D model. Lastly, we've got some chalk over here, not really because I love doing, deck artwork while I'm out Kaydroning pools. This is in case we encounter a pool where we cannot drain it for some reason. And if it's a basic shaped pool, no problem. We'll take the chalk, we'll put some chalk marks on the deck where the shallow break is, put some chalk marks on the deck at the hopper pad, the front, the back, the sides. Now we can gather that data with the Kaydrone when we're doing our perimeter pass, and then we'll just have to get some depths the old-fashioned way, which means we would actually use this tape measure for something other than just laying out for scale. Rare situation, but things to come to be prepared for. Why are there 2 different colors of chalk, Jim? Well, I learned this the hard way with A-Being. I always had a light colored chalk and a dark colored chalk. I'd actually prefer to have something darker than that because you never know what color the deck is going to be. Could be a light deck, could be a dark deck. You want your chalk to be very contrasting with the deck to make sure we get clear footage of it. One other thing that you might want to consider, simply because we've had good results with it, is some type of markers to place around your tape measure. I carry 4 of these, and these are all of a couple bucks on Amazon. I place 1 at each end of the tape measure, and then I'll place 1 on each side of the tape measure, like a third of the way up and a third of the way up. I don't need to measure between these. I don't need to do anything with them other than just drop them on the deck. What it does with them being around the tape measure, it just helps the process of zeroing in on the tape measure. It just works better, and we seem to get slightly better results. So something to think about. It's not mandatory, but it is recommended. And again, it's going to cost you all of $1 probably for this amount. And this is all you need. 4 is exactly what you need for the 25-foot tape measure. Nothing more is needed anywhere. All right, so as far as taping the tape measure down, this is pretty important because we do want the tape measure to be fairly true. All right. One of the things that I do when I pull my tape measure out is I've got all 25 feet laid out. I'll give the dumb end of the tape measure a tug and scoot the smart end along. This way I can guarantee the tape measure is as straight as possible. It's not making, not making a bend somewhere in the process. Would that be a game ender? No, not really. But I'm just trying to make sure we're covering any eventuality here. So when you tape your tape measure down, if it's a windy day or you're having trouble your propeller wash is screwing things up, one of the things you don't want to do is tape the measure down flat like that. You are now bending the tape measure. It's no longer in a neutral position. That is not what we want. All right. When you tape your tape measure down, you want to kind of wrap the tape around the bottom of the tape measure just a little bit, and then stick that to the deck. So now the tape measure is still in a neutral position. There's no bowing to it whatsoever. All right. That's important. We want a true tape measure so we can get the best scale possible for all the Kaydroning that you're going to be doing. That's really about it. You can put all that stuff in a backpack, in a carry case. They make some nice hard shell carry cases with the foam inserts. I carry mine in my daughter's jack-o'-lantern bag. It works. Why not? I mean, hey, the Neo 2 is indestructible. Well, except when the lens pops off. But yeah, that's about it. So enjoy Kaydroning. Let me know if you have questions. See you on the next one.